Hello world, Wendy from Cali here, back with our Mixed Manny chat. This week's theme, I am going spooky because we are in spooky season. Not only was yesterday Friday the 13th, today we had a solar eclipse. And I'm ready to do my Sally. Nightmare Before Christmas, Sally nails. If you're new to my channel, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy listening to chit chat about life and doing nails. If you're coming back, thank you for watching, and I hope that you enjoy this mess of a mixed manny, and I just know it's going to be because we are using lots of leftover sets along with using Frank from Frank and Shine, because when I saw this, I knew I had to do Sally with the Frankenstein stitches. And also because I bought the Color Street mascara and got this Wink little accent pack, I'm going to use that for her eyes, only she's going to have her eyes closed because obviously she's got her eyes closed in this little thing. So yes, that is what we're planning to do, and I have a feeling my nieces will want to play hide and seek today, so I'm going to be using Techno Glow, which came from the July sub box, because I'll be hiding in lots of closets and dark rooms when we're playing hide and seek, and it's kind of fun to have glow-in-the-dark nails, even though it may mean that they'll be able to find me a little easier, but that's okay. It's all for fun. So let's get started. Sally is only going to show up on my ring finger as an accent nail, while I'm going to use the rest of my nails as glow-in-the-dark nails, and we'll see how this comes together. I've been mulling over the different sets I would use for this mixed manny over and over, and I finally settled on a bunch of used jelly sets. I thought it would be, I wanted to go neutral, but then I decided, no, you know what, it's more fun going bright, especially if I'm going to do it with glow-in-the-dark. So, finally settled on that, and I'm hoping it turns out the way I think it will look, but we shall see. Alright, so have you all got your Halloween costumes? Do you guys dress up for Halloween? Is that still a thing with people in my age group? I will never stop dressing up for Halloween because when do we get to dress up? When? Almost never. So being able to just get dressed up, put on a bunch of weird makeup to look like the character I'm trying to portray is definitely something I find fun. And we did get all of the nieces and nephews' costumes have all come in the mail as well, so we get to present them with their costumes when we go see them today, so I'm excited about that as well. Hopefully the costumes are exactly what they were hoping for, and if not, too bad, that's what they're getting. So that is that. But yes, I love getting dressed up, and I'm excited to see what they think of their costumes as well. So let me just get the nails that are not going to have Sally on them on really, really quick, and then we will work on piecing together the Sally nail. I was very tempted to use the leftover sets from the April Color Street Color Play sub box. If you guys know which box I'm talking about, that one was the one that was called Fluffy and Comfy or something like that, and the nails had texture to them. They looked like they had texture to them, I should say. They didn't actually have texture, but the colors were kind of similar in the fact that there was blue, pink, and yellow. But this was more of a greenish blue, like a teal, and that didn't quite fit with what I was looking for. So that's why I settled on the leftover jelly sets, because this one right here, blue raspberry, totally looked like the color that I was hoping for. And then I apologize in advance if you hear any construction work in the background. Sounds like our neighbors are doing some heavy-duty construction out there. Not quite sure what they're doing, but it'll be interesting to see when they're done. This past week I had a business event to attend, and I really wanted nails that would fit into the spooky season but also more business appropriate. So I ended up doing Bloody Gorgeous with Mi Cultura. And if you had seen my October Color Street Color Play Gothic Beauty unboxing video, you would have seen what that looked like. I didn't do a video for that one because I was trying to get it done as quickly as possible the night before my business. Actually, did I do it the night before the business thing? No, actually, I want to say I did it on a random day. Because before that mani, I had on the Ode to Shannon mixed mani, where we used a bunch of us in her VIP group, created these mixed manis inspired by the Asian American and Pacific Islander heritage type look to it, with, you know, our interpretation with the colors and use of dragons, lotus and cherry blossoms, koi fish, all of that. And so that mani didn't last me very long because as everyone else was dealing with the same thing, the stickers wouldn't stay. My nails like just kind of chipped off. So I switched over to having the more business appropriate Bloody Gorgeous. Ugh, I love that set. I really hope that Color Street brings it back as a throwback, because I used up my last set. I guess I could look in D-Stash Facebook groups as well for them, but I have so many sets that I'm like, oh, I shouldn't. Those D-Stash groups are just so addicting because you can get sets for like relatively inexpensive, and you could end up buying like way too many sets, which I have done. So that is why this month of October, while I'm celebrating spooky season, I am also doing a no-buy October, where I'm not buying any new Color Street sets. Not counting, of course, the Color Play subscription box. That one was a given that I was going to get that, because I get that one every month. But as far as like other sets and all that, I don't care how many releases they do this month, I am not buying any until next month. So if some of these sets are still there next month and I still want them, then it's meant to be that I have them. Otherwise, I have way too many sets already, so don't really need to have all of them, which I used to think that I did, but it's like I have all these sets that I had purchased because I thought I needed all of them, and maybe like a handful of them are ones I would probably never choose for myself. So it's like, okay, let's not buy sets just to buy sets. Let's buy sets that I really, really like. They're calling to me like, oh my gosh, like I gotta have those sets. Those kinds of sets. So that's what we're aiming to do from now on. But yes, let's make sure we get all of the Techno Glow on, and then we can work on the Sally. Hopefully this is just a one-parter. I don't intend on doing two parts for this one because it's relatively simple, except for pulling together the Sally nail, which will be a lot of fun of piecing it together. But that's the fun of it, because if you guys have seen The Nightmare Before Christmas, Sally is just like a bunch of different like mishmash parts and fabric. And so that patchwork type look is what we're going to go for on the accent nail, the ring finger. And we're going to do it live here together. So if I mess up, you guys get to see it all along with me and curse along with me if it's going to be quite a hassle. And hey, if it's easy, it'll show you all who want to kind of do your own doll parts. A nod to the DIY kit that Color Street launched this month that I'm not getting. It'll be a nod to doll parts. But we get to control what it looks like. So if you buy a set that is already made, you know, that's the set. But if you, like me, have a ton of leftover sets and you're like, what should I do with them? Hey, let's create our own doll parts. So yes, that is what we're going for. Alright. Plus I have the spooky music going on because why not? When do we get to play spooky music except in the month of October? Otherwise it really doesn't fit. The weather here in California still has not gotten cold enough for us to call it fall weather, so it's not really feeling like, truly like, it's the month for Halloween yet. Don't even know if it will. We shall see. There we go. So, over the week, on Thursday, my niece, Amalika, had a birthday. And after work, we went over there to celebrate with her. I brought over face paint because Amalika had said she wanted face painting done on her birthday, and so I did bring over face paint. Actually, I will post those photos. I realized I was really busy this week, and although I remembered to take photos and little video clips of the evening birthday celebration, I totally haven't posted anything yet, so I will do that. But yeah, for Amalika, she really wanted... At first, she said she wanted her face painted like Chucky. Now, I know better than to do that, but I did bring it up to my sister-in-law, Carla, and Panda Bear about painting Amalika's face like Chucky, and they were in agreement. Yeah, no. Even if she wants it, we're not going to do it, because she's going to end up with nightmares, and then poor Carla would have to deal with all of that, because Auntie and Uncle aren't over there dealing with them for bedtime. So yes. What I ended up doing on her face was a butterfly. She really wanted blue on one side and pink on the other, so she didn't want it to match all around, so I gave her what she wanted. And then Lilith wanted a rainbow, so I painted only half of her face with a rainbow because she didn't want her whole face painted. And she was also worried that she might be like allergic to the makeup, because a year or two ago we brought over makeup for the girls to play with, and Lilith, her eyes couldn't take it. Her eyes were like turning pink and watery, and yeah, she's got very sensitive eyes and skin, so I made sure to put down a base from a well-known makeup brand that I knew was not going to cause any harm. So I used the e.l.f. Poreless Putty as a base on both of them before I painted their faces with the face paint that I got from Amazon. Relatively inexpensive, although they did stain my makeup brushes, so I definitely need to clean those brushes like thoroughly with the makeup brush cleaners that I have. Haven't had a chance to do that yet, so I will do that probably this weekend, probably tomorrow actually, because I do want to make sure my makeup brushes are good and ready for when I do my Halloween costume at the end of the month, because my face has to be green, like really green, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle green, because I'm gonna be Donatello. So yes, but I did end up finding a relatively inexpensive fake turtle shell that I get to wear on my back, which you won't get to see the turtle shell anyways because it's going to go underneath the purple hoodie that I'll be wearing. But I need that little hump because, come on, I'm going to be a turtle, so it needs to have that hump. The one thing I won't be wearing with my costume, though, is a backpack, because that's a lot. With a hump on my back, turtle shell hump, and then a backpack, that would be a little too much. But I still have the nerdy glasses. I got the nerdy glasses, got the purple hoodie, all ready to go. If you guys haven't seen the newest movie, you won't know what I'm talking about. But if you have seen the newest movie, you will know what I'm talking about. And I will definitely post a photo the day when I actually dress up. So yes. What's funny about having green makeup is I tend to end up with a lot of costumes needing green face makeup. I was Gamora from Guardians of the Galaxy one year. I was Fiona from Shrek another year. Yeah, green makeup. I've got a ton of that. And as I was digging through all of my old Halloween stuff, because my nephew Benjamin is going to be a Minion this year, I thought I would be able to find my old Minion costume, but I don't know what happened to it. It just, I don't know, probably got lost in the move or something. But I was able to find this costume. It's not even a costume. It's a literal onesie pajama that is a Minion pajama, and oh my gosh, it's so cute. I almost want to wear it. It's a little on the bigger side as far as fitting Benjamin, but bigger than not fitting at all, which was what was happening with the other costume we had ordered off of Amazon. Said it was a size medium, but apparently medium in kids is for like ages 5 to 8 or something like that, which is definitely not Benjamin. So I found something else off of eBay, and it arrived yesterday, and I'm like so in love with it. Like, it's so cute, like absolutely adorbs. Like, I want to wear it. That's how cute it is I want to wear it. But yes, we'll see if Benjamin will enjoy wearing it. It's relatively easy because it's just a onesie pajama with a hood that he can pull over, so that he doesn't have to put on any makeup, he doesn't have to put on any bald cap, he doesn't have to put on anything but the little onesie pajama as his costume, and I think he will enjoy that because it's easy. But we've got Lilith, who wants to dress up as Mal from The Descendants, Maleficent's daughter. And her friend in school is actually going to be Maleficent. So that's kind of cool that they're kind of like doing like costumes that go together. I love when friends or couples do that. It's just so fun. Fun to see. Like last year I was Luisa from Encanto, and Panda Bear was Bruno from Encanto. That was a lot of fun. in our very first Halloween together, I was sadness and he was anger from inside out. That was super epic because he actually, Panda Bear let me paint his face red. So that was a lot of fun. But yes. Oh, I hate doing my thumbs. This is gonna drive me nuts, but hopefully when I lay over the Frank strip, it will like cover it up somehow. I think it will, because it, well, we'll see. Looks like it might. And I do have an extra, and I forgot that I need to make a nail stick of Techno Glow because I don't have one, I don't think. When I first opened that back in July, I don't think I made one. There we go. And then our littlest, Malika, she wanted to be Ariel from The Little Mermaid again. She really loves Ariel, and it's interesting because her mom, my sister-in-law Carla, also really loved Ariel growing up. So it's kind of cool that her daughter's kind of falling in the same lines of that. The Ariel costume, though, that we got for Malika includes a wig, though. So I don't know if she's actually going to wear it or not. I know she wants red long hair, but yeah. Don't think that Carla's going to dye her hair at all for the costume. So I don't know. I did buy a wig, so I bought a purple and blue wig because I sort of wanted it. But it's also really because just in case Lilith wanted a purple and blue wig for her Mal costume, she would be able to use it. So I will bring it over to the house to show them and try it on her to see if she'll like it. Because if she does, then we'll let her use it. It was relatively inexpensive from Temu. Temu and Shein are like two sites that are really dangerous for shopping because if you're comparison shopping and you are watching prices fluctuate up and down and you're like, hey, I kind of sort of need that, but I don't really need that. It's more of, I want that. You end up buying a bunch of stuff that's like, did I really need that? And so, very dangerous. Very, very much so. And then quality-wise, like, most of the time it's really good, but sometimes you will get, like, something that's not the best. And so, like with Shein, for example, because the items are coming straight from, like, China, like, overseas, I try very hard to kind of look at them before I make a purchase, because I don't want to have to deal with, like, having to return anything. But I did end up buying some business clothes, like business attire that I had hoped would be good quality, but turns out, like, at least the pants didn't work out for me. They were, like, way too big, even though they were supposed to be my size, and the material was just, like, not business enough, like, for me to want to wear to, like, business events. And so I had to return those, hoping that the returns are easy. You know, it was relatively easy to print out the return label, and supposedly it's your first return with any of the purchases that you've made is free to do. So Shein will cover the return postage, but we'll see, because I'll have to check and see if and when the items arrive on their end, whether they refund me my money. If I'm out, like, the money, it's only going to be, like, less than $30 anyways, so it's like, I don't know. Like, I would hope that they would, you know, refund the money, and then all would be good. And then I'll continue shopping with them. So, but if not, then hey, I learned my lesson and I will be more wary of purchasing stuff from there. With Temu is an interesting one because I've purchased from them. My mom actually is addicted to purchasing things from Temu, but like I've purchased from Temu, and there have been times where something was defective or it wasn't as described, and I've had to make returns. And so far I haven't had to actually physically return anything to Temu, which is very weird to me. Like, don't know what that is about, but yeah. So then I would have to just junk the item or like figure out a way to like use it if I want to like use it, because they don't want it back. So it's like, okay, that's interesting. But yes, that's been my experience with Temu so far. But Temu, you got to be careful because sometimes the items are listed a certain price and sometimes they'll drop like significantly low, which we got a pair of shoes from Malika for her birthday that were like slashed to like 60% off, which was amazing because if you guys know kids, they grow out of shoes so quick, they ruin shoes so quick that it's like, if you are able to get purchases of like kids clothes and shoes at relatively inexpensive prices, you gotta do it. You gotta jump on it because yeah, they just go through those so quick. Alright, so let's put this. I don't know which middle finger is going to be shorter. Okay, looks like my left hand's middle finger nail is a little shorter than the other. I'm trying to see which one's shorter because I want to be able to put the other half on my nail stick to kind of keep it for future reference. So I have a feeling that doing the Sally nail is likely going to be in part 2. I'm looking at the time, and the time is like going to be running low, so we go with the wink. Alright, and then the other nail. And then we'll use Frank, and then I will show you how I plan on doing my Sally nail, which will be a lot of cutting and pasting. So we shall see how that goes. It's probably going to end up being a relatively thick layer of nail too, because I do want to use some of the dots. The leftover dots that I've got. So I've got 2 types of dots. I've got the Do or Dot and the Polka Dot-com. And then I also have Sakura Festival, but I don't know. I was thinking I would throw on Sakura Festival kind of as a nod to Jack Skellington, but it's too flowery, it's too girly, I feel. And it won't really quite fit in, so I decided against it. But I was tempted. I sure was. If I tell you that I mulled over this, like, mani for, like, a long time, to the point where I was getting a little overwhelmed with how many sets I have that are, like, leftovers, and also how many sets I have that are unopened. Yeah, enough to give you writer's block. Creativity block, I should say. I'm not writing anything, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. But yes, let's get the rest of my Frankies. Let's see. I think I want to use the ones with more. What's really awesome about Frank is that if you look very carefully, there's like a gold sheen or something on it that's like really quite pretty. Don't know if anyone's mentioned that, but it's really subtle. But the Techno Glow is my nod to Sally's skin. So it's kind of not as blue as her skin, but it's close. So that greenish hint to it is basically my nod to her. And then of course her dress is what we're gonna piece together soon. This, pull it, there we go. I don't know why, it's like, okay, these stitches are like so simple, right? But like, they're so cute, they're so stinking cute. And so this came in a set called Frank and Shine. So the and Shine part is a green French dual tip set. And that green, you know what I'm going to do with that green. If you don't know already, I'll tell you. I'm using that as my Ninja Turtle nails. So when I'm dressed up as Donatello, I'm going to have green nails. I'm going to use the dual end tip where it's the tip where I can do the full nail as green. It's going to be green. So that is what I plan to do with that. Alright, so now I have to decide if I want to use this set. I think I'm going to save these. I'm going to save these and just use the big ones that I'm used to using on my thumbnails. Alright, let's finish and get those done. Then we can move on to Sally. Okay, saving these. And these are going to be for my Sally dress, so save those. Oh, what? Oh, shoot. Another Techno Glow that I missed. How did I miss that? Alright, let's undo this. That usually happens when I have like so many sets open. I like forget. And you know what? I want to keep the name. There's been so many sets where I've opened them and I forgot to keep the name, and then I don't remember what the leftovers are because I threw away the little part where it had the name. So I'm not going to do that for this one. I'm going to make sure that I have the name available. And let's seal those. There we go. Alright. Back to what I was doing. Putting these away. Definitely want to make a nail stick out of one of these. And I gotta figure out which one. I think it's gonna be, I'm gonna use this one. There we go. Fun stuff. Alright. Alright, here we go now. Get these on my pointers and my thumbs, and then we will work on Sally, which, as I said, it's gonna likely bleed over onto a part 2. So if you're really just here to look at the Sally nail, I would recommend just skipping part 1 and going straight to part 2. And I won't be mad about it. I'm just glad that you find entertainment from watching my videos, if you do. And if you don't, that's fine too. I'm here no matter what. I'm excited to see these glow. So definitely we'll take a photo of that, or even a video. Although I think if I try to take a video, the flash on my camera turns on, so that might not be possible. We shall see. Are there any really awesome Halloween inspired movies that are not too scary, that are perhaps kid friendly, that you would recommend watching? We've seen both of the Hocus Pocus. We've seen Halloween Town. What else have we seen with the kids? Beetlejuice. Nightmare Before Christmas, of course. Yeah, what else is out there? What do you guys watch? Comment below. Would love to add more spooky movies that are not too scary to our watch list to watch with the kids. Although they're really not the greatest at sitting down and like watching a movie from start to finish. But yes, still would love to show them good movies. Oh, see? It is time for part 2. If you watched all the way through to the first part, go ahead and leave a witch emoji down below. Nod to Hocus Pocus. And stay tuned for the Sally nail, because that's where we're headed next. Once I get the thumbs all done.